Hey everyone, Geophysicist Stefan Burns here. We have just had a huge volcanic eruption from Mayon Volcano in the Philippines today, May 2nd, 2026, and this is the latest in a string of eruptions that have been getting bigger and bigger over the last few months. Mayon Volcano is a stratovolcano. It has the potential for really big eruptions. And while this just occurred in the past 8, 9, 10 hours or so, we don't have all the information. There is some preliminary information suggesting that part of the south slope of this volcano has basically broken off and slipped, and there was a large pyroclastic flow that went out about 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles. So there's ash raining down. Yeah, there's ash raining down across many of the villages in the local area around Mayon Volcano. We can see the location here by going to Google Earth, and here are the Philippines, of course. Very active location because of the Ring of Fire. We see this strong subduction trench there. They get big cyclones, they get big earthquakes, they get big volcanic eruptions. The whole island chain you can see is twisted and churned up. But if we type in Mayon Volcano here, we see the location. And so this is a big volcano. I mean, you actually see some of the topography there with Google Earth. And also right there, we see that this is a large stratovolcano. And to give you another view as well, here's a shield volcano. This is like Hawaii. There's quite a few shield volcanoes on the planet. Very low viscosity magma. So it basically just kind of oozes out very easily. It can flow for vast distances. A stratovolcano is quite different. It's very sticky. And so it forms these big cones effectively. And the pressure can build and build and build to the point where the entire thing with a big eruption can just completely explode. And you can go from a mountain to a caldera pretty quick. More common than that would be you get like a flank eruption and you may lose part of the volcano. That's what happened at Mount St. Helens in 1980. These sort of eruptions do happen. This one with a pyroclastic flow. And we can see the ash fall from this. Here's some images that are available on X, also known as Twitter. And we see just ash coming down all across the place. It started erupting in the afternoon. And now it's nighttime there, and we see just it's quite bad. So this is not common. It does happen, but it's not common for there to be an eruption of this severity. And it hasn't like completely gone, you could say. It's not like the entire volcano is gone now, but it has people wondering, okay, is something bigger than this coming? Because this has been quite significant. We can see, for example, with this video here, this is from the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. Kind of dim, hard to see. It is sped up. But you see this pyroclastic flow. Tons of ash, just in general difficult to see with this video. But you see this pyroclastic flow going out. And even though this is sped up, keep in mind this is only showing like maximum 2 minutes here. So this just shows you the extreme speed that these super hot walls of ash and superheated air can have. They have a certain density to them and therefore kind of like a gravity to them. So it's almost like water flowing down a slope, but it's not. It's superheated ash. And of course, this is what hit Pompeii after the eruption of Vesuvius, 79 AD, just welded people into statues effectively. So this is very serious stuff. And Mayon Volcano is a volcano, I would say, that's comparable to Vesuvius. Having been to Vesuvius, I haven't been to Mayon Volcano, but looking at them, this may be a bigger volcano. The big thing is that we are seeing increasing eruptions here. So here we have our Morova data, which allows us to track the activity of volcanoes from basically satellite observations. And this is really excellent because it gives us a sense of the time scales and whether it's just active once every year or just intermittent or it's kind of continuously being active. Well, look at our Morova data. We don't see basically anything until the turn of the year, 2026. I mean, this is showing February 2nd right there. So that's probably the turn of the year. And all of a sudden we start getting lots of high activity, even some very high activity. This probably has not yet updated for what just occurred. but in general, we do see, says the last update there is 1250 UTC. But this is the biggest eruption that's occurred at Mayon, as far as I know, in quite some time. So we see that Mayon Volcano has suddenly decided to wake up just in the past 5-6 months, and these eruptions are getting bigger and bigger, and therefore something really big perhaps is coming soon for the Philippines. And if it's big enough, that could impact the entire world. Like, let's say Mayon Volcano just decides to go away, or you get like a really big, just like a really big eruption, VEI 6. I mean, we're now looking at global volcanic winter. So I don't think that's very likely in the grand scheme. The overall percentage chance of that's quite low, but it is important to keep that in mind as it relates to volcanic activity on Earth, because that is a regular thing that occurs on the geologic time scale, which is, longer time scale than the human reference frame typically, and it does happen. And well, when we see increasing eruptive activity from volcanoes, which can do that, and it's getting more serious, and now we're starting to see slope collapses and pyroclastic flows going out quite some distance, ash raining down everywhere. Yeah, good to pay attention. So Mayon Volcano, super active right now today, May 2nd, 2026, may continue to be active in the days and weeks ahead. Just in general, it's been very active for the past 6 months or so, and I'll keep you up to date on everything that's happening there and more. So if you'd like to stay up to date with earthquakes, volcanoes, solar activity, space weather, planetary resonances, cosmic events, and more, then please subscribe to the channel. I've been your host, Stefan Burns. Thank you all so much. Wishing each and every single one of you well. Please say your prayers for everyone affected by this and for this volcano to cool off a little bit. That would help, I'm sure. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll see you all very soon.